Hey everyone, it's Paige and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are doing a really fun video today at Club Champion. You guys know that I always preach getting fit and never buying off the rack. But the truth is I haven't purchased a club off the rack in probably 16, 17 years. And I want to put it to the test. So I went and I purchased a club off the rack, $600. And it should be good, right? Like you're spending all that money. I got it to fit my specs perfectly. But again, it's not custom fit. And I want to see the difference because I know there's going to be a difference, but I don't know how big it's going to be. So let's go look at the numbers. So for the test, I hit 6 shots with each driver, with my custom driver, and then also with the stock driver. I will say that the stock driver felt better than expected. It felt good through the ball. 2 things that I noticed though. One is that it was highly inconsistent. I had a nasty snap hook and 2 slices, and with my custom driver, the dispersion was much, much tighter. I really don't miss with this driver. I think it's because I have so much confidence in it because I know that it's custom fit to me and it feels great in my hands. This one, I felt like the kick point was just a little inconsistent. It probably had to do with the shaft that was in this driver. The next thing that I noticed, which I think you guys will all be very interested in, is I picked up 15 yards compared to the stock driver to my custom driver. 15 yards. My swing at this point in my life is always the same. It doesn't change. I think it's decently consistent, and it was all the club. 15 yards in distance that I gained by going to a custom driver that fits me perfectly. So it just shows you that you can hit some decent drives with a stock driver, but if you're going to invest in your clubs and invest in your game, go the custom route. I spent $600 on this driver and it kind of produced shit. So if you're gonna spend the money, spend a little bit more because you're gonna get a driver off the rack and you're gonna spend a lot of money for it and you're gonna be frustrated and disappointed because it's just not working for you the way that you expected. So if you spend a little bit more, go the custom route because you're gonna have this driver for a much longer time because it's gonna fit you perfectly. We checked the numbers inside at Club Champion and my driver was superior to the off the rack club, but sometimes things can change. And so I wanted to test it outside. I'm here at Highlands Ranch Golf Club and we're going to put it to the test. We're going to see which one feels better outside because sometimes when you're hitting in a simulator, it's perfectly controlled conditions. There's no wind, nothing else, and it's just going into a screen. And although numbers are always perfect, sometimes when you go out on a golf course, it just feels a little bit different. It sounds a little bit different. And so I really wanted to put it to the test and see if numbers still stand by. So I'm going to hit 5 with each driver. We're starting out with the off the rack Callaway driver first. That's off the planet. Not a great first start for the off the rack club. Another factor too is when you are getting fit, you're hitting so many golf balls that you just get tired. I never want to give you guys bad information. Hopefully throughout this video, you're seeing how important it is to get fit. But again, we have one final test to see if I am actually right. So what I noticed is that my consistent swing, everything was just high and right. And so for the last one, I really feel like I had to whip it over and turn it over. So I had to change my swing to fit this club. And I like the sound of it. And the club's not bad by any means. It just doesn't fit me. Next is the Tireless driver fit at Club Champion.
One thing that was really funny is I switched from the off the rack club to my fitted club, and the first shot I hit was this like horrible lefty high shot, and it just shows you that I really had to change my swing to be able to hit that driver, and that was a swing that I had in my head because I switched them pretty quickly, and it just shows you that my normal swing, like, it was not working with that one, so I really had to change it, and I was just like, what happened? Because I had to get underneath and I had to turn it over to make that club work. But with this one, after I hit that first one, I was like, okay, I can go back and do my normal swing. And after that, every single shot was just absolutely perfect. There was no movement left or right. It was like it was on a string, and the ball flight was much better. It was more of a boring lower trajectory instead of this kind of high lofty shot that when it hits it's just going to stop. This one's going to hit and it's going to kick forward and roll because the spin is proper. So again, I mean, it's not like I didn't spend any money to buy a new club. That club was $600, very expensive, and this one was so much better. So if I bought that club, I would have probably had to buy another club because I wouldn't be that happy with it. And before you know it, you're 4 or 5 different drivers still searching for something that should work for you, and you're not the problem. It's the club. And I know everyone's like, it's you, it's not the club. No, sometimes it is the club. Most of the time it actually is the club, and you have to change your swing. So getting custom fit is the way to go. We tested it at Club Champion. We saw the numbers. We tested it outside. We could see the difference. Getting fit is the way to go. So head over to Club Champion. They have so many locations. I'm sure there is one near you. We'll link it down below, and don't forget to use my code PAIGE for a discount. Like this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next Thursday.